Yesterday, we have Crew-8 that came back to Earth using SpaceX mission. They came back after 235 days on the International Space Station. So we're going to discuss their return and why this is also exciting with respect to what's happening now with Crew-9 on that same vessel. So let's see. So first of all, we have welcome back yesterday 4 humans back to Earth. So we have the Roscosmos cosmonaut Alexander Rybakhin. We have NASA astronauts Michael Barat, Matthew Dominic, and Janet Epps. They were sent to space with launch on March 4th, reached the International Space Station, and they were there for 235 days. Now, they could have come back a little bit earlier, but there were some difficulties with Hurricane Milton last week, and therefore 2 weeks ago, and therefore postponing their return. Now, keeping in mind that we have Crew-8 that are back on Earth, so on the International Space Station, we have Crew-9 at this time, and here we had to do some changes with respect to Crew-9, keeping in mind that originally they were supposed to be 4 astronauts and cosmonauts going to the space station. Now we only sent 2, leaving 2 empty space in the ship that sent the 2 of them. And the reason for that is that Boeing, through their mission that they sent 2 astronauts in June of 2024, and they're still on the space station. So here we needed to have 2 seats on the SpaceX vessel to bring them back in February. Now, keeping in mind that the Boeing astronaut will be at least in space for a good 8 months. So hopefully their health will be good, keeping in mind that those 2 astronauts are now part of the Crew-9. So the 4 of them will come back next year. So I would like to show some videos with respect to what happened on their return. It's always exciting to share some good pictures. So I have at 1:10, 45, that is very good. So let's see if I can make this a little bigger. Actually, let's see if I can share that video for you. I know some people might be following along as we are going. So I put the video from NASA for you. And let's see if we can see this. So here we have, so that was on its re-entry. We can see here we have the capsule. We also have the parachutes. So very quickly, they will open. So you're making sure that everything works well. And I think they opened up at 1:12 or so. So here, there you go. So we have here the 4 parachutes that opened up nicely. As you could see, they landed on the water for a safe recuperation. Oh, there's the 4th parachute. Perfect. Now, keeping in mind that SpaceX bought, I think it's last year or the year ago, a company making parachutes. So that's now part of SpaceX lineup of companies. That is quite important. So the reentry went very well. Let's see if we can go down slowly, and they landed. Let's see if I can find it nicely. There we go. Look at this, touching the water, and then we have the parachute here. So the 4 of them came back safe and sound on water. So very proud of SpaceX for the return. At 1:34, let's see if I can bring here. There we go. So we have a boat that went with a small Zodiac, possibly brought back the capsule. So here the big question was to bring them back on the boat so that we can have the astronauts actually be able to walk on their 2 legs. So that's always exciting right there. So let's see if I can go to 1:49. So you can see here the process of lifting the capsule on the boat is the same thing as other technologies we have here. So we have here 4 humans that have been in space for 235 days. And here in a moment, they'll be able to be on solid ground. And it's, you know what, amazing team from SpaceX to make sure that they came back nicely. So here we have the strap. It will hold the capsule, and there it is. So as you can see, the outside, you had a lot of friction when they came back in the atmosphere. So there we go. And there you go. And hopefully they were not seasick in the capsule as it was wobbling on the water surface. Perfect. We also have when they started to open the hatch at 1:49 or so. So here they were all part of making sure that everything was well. They depressurized the capsule to make sure that everything would be good. I'm sure the astronauts and cosmonaut inside undid their buckles, making sure everything was good. And momentarily, they will be opening the hatch right here. Let's see. So there we go. I think it's going to be right here. Now I'm watching it because it's always exciting to see what is going on when these events are happening. So here, let's pop it open. There we go. Now, keeping in mind here, this is a door that was the only thing protecting them from the outside space. So here they have the little rack. I figured it's to protect the seal so they can reuse the capsule and minimize the expenses. So here the Dragon hatch open. That's outstanding. So here they spent about 5 minutes making sure that the helmets were taken off. The astronauts and cosmonaut were doing well. And at 1:56, the first of them came out. So 1:56 or so. Let's see if I can be here with you. So going forward, there we go. So here, as you can see, so they've been in space for 235 days without gravity. So that means that when they come down, big things needed to happen. It's their body to acclimate to the fact that now they have gravity. Their spine started to crush a little bit. First time they got up. Now, even though they're doing activities in the space station, now they had to defy gravity. So that means that they had some muscle atrophication. And here we have their joints and the sole of their feet being able to be all right. So here they sat down, so things are good. So it is all great. Now, I know that we have a Canadian astronaut. There was, let's see, just because I want to say his name, Chris Hadfield. There you go. When he came back, it took him a few months to get back to to a life where he could be more active in the public eye. Now, keep in mind that if you are in the space station where there's no gravity, you're in a situation where the body says, okay, I need to conserve and manage resources. So there are less resources going into the skeleton. So the skeleton is strong, but it doesn't have to fight gravity like we do on Earth. So here the skeleton needs to be able to reinforce back. And then what else? Same thing with muscles, because they don't have to walk on the ground with gravity. So here the muscle mass will decrease unless they're doing very active activities in the space station. For the same reason, if you break an arm or a leg, and for 6 weeks your arm or leg is in a cast, when you take the cast off, you notice that the muscles has atrophied a little bit, and you have to train them again with some good physio. So here they're going to check their health. They will also have some good physio so they can get back on their feet nicely. So let's see, they're making sure that things are okay. So let's see, and we have the second one coming out. I think this is the cosmonaut that is coming for this one. So let's see. So I think, let's see. I was watching the video when this happened, and it's always, so first of all, came back healthy. I think it's smiling. That's a good thing. Yes, that's cosmonaut. So here, oh, gravity is there. So he needed a little help to get back on his feet. And there we go. He's up, sitting down. So now it's going to be going through the process of getting better. So here on this one, I think it's, look at his arms lifting, saying, I made it. I'm back. I'm happy. Very good. So I'm very proud of him as well. And then, so we have, let's see if we can look at the third astronauts. So here you need a team of scientists and technicians to be able to support them. So we have here someone from a paramedic, but someone from SpaceX. But we have paramedic to make sure that they are working well. So here we have astronaut 3, and I need a little help. Let's see. And he's up, and that's the main thing. So there you go. So we've got astronaut number 3, and this one is happy as well. So since they haven't walked on their 2 legs for more than 200 days, there you go. Happy, saying hi, good pictures. I am back. And then we have here, I think the last one is Janet coming out. And let's see, so we have people inside helping them. No, Janet was the second last person. And here is the last person. I'm up, look at this, I can stand, very good. And then he's saying, okay, I need, think of how much adrenaline they would have in their body to make sure things are working nicely. Now it's time for me to sit and I'm gonna rest doing the test. And there we go. So I'm very proud here of SpaceX with their team, making sure that the Crew-8 came back nicely. So I'm going to put in the links some information about Crew-8 and their mission so that you can read for yourself if you are interested on this. If you've enjoyed this video, don't hesitate to subscribe and do a thumbs up. If you have any questions or clarification questions related to this topic, don't hesitate to put them in the comments below. I always read them, answer them, and use your ideas for new videos. On this, I'm going to put here another video that you'll enjoy, and I'll see you there.